Hey folks, welcome back to Skyward Sword. We are here on the Isle of the Goddess, and we are just about to learn our third and final song so we can go and find our third and final flame. And there we have Din's power. And now we can go to Eldin and investigate the Silent Realm and get an item and do a dungeon and get the flame. And it's the whole shebang that we've been through many times before. Now there is actually one last thing, tiny, very little, small thing, that I want to do before we head to Eldin. It's something that I should have done last episode, but neglected to, forgot to, didn't realize I needed to do. Under Fun Fun Island is another goddess chest that I activated, but forgot to grab. Because by that time I was already had other things on my mind. Anyway, by the way, if you're watching this right after watching the previous episode, get your drink ready again. Okay, that's the last time, I swear. Anyway, now we can head to Eldin. Boy, that was quick. And the location for this one is actually very, very convenient. It's right near the bird statue here. How near, you ask? Well, it's right there. That's how near it is. And let's do this thing again. Yeah, I didn't do so well on that one, but whatever, screw it. I don't care. It's dumb. Anyway, into the Silent Realm. Now this here might be my favorite Silent Realm. I want to say almost definitely. Because just the layout of Eldin, how it's much more kind of a linear maze. Not linear, but rather than being wide open, it's a bunch of narrow tracks interconnected. I think that really helps with the tension of running away from things, and also better placement of the seed tier things. So I really like it. It's also probably the hardest, I think. I mean, there's one section that's, like, pretty darn hard, but the rest of it's really easy, so whatever. Anyway, let's get moving. Things after us, and you don't immediately know where a tier might be. So you gotta just get moving. It's right over here, pretty close, but still, could cause a little bit of panic. Anyway, this section is a butt and a half. That's 3 cheeks for those of you counting at home. Because dealing with all those searchlight dudes on a hill is really frustrating. If you run out of stamina, you just fall back down, and then you're at the mercy of their patterns. That's pretty hard to plan, and it's just... bleh. So that was dangerous. This is a bad idea. Oh god, this isn't working. Okay, strategy here. If you know you're about to be caught, but you're heading straight for a seed, get caught and then grab the seed. Because if you do that, the dudes will stop chasing you when you catch it, rather than you catching it and then they catch you, and then everything goes to hell. Not advisable to take that second option. Anyway, I would say that's probably the hardest section of the Silent Realm. The rest of it is fairly easy. Also, I don't recommend going for that one as your first seed, or tier, or whatever. I don't even know what I'm calling them anymore. I don't recommend that one because, you know, the dude's right there, and it would be risky business, dangerous to do so. I'm sure you could pull it off. Also, that's hilarious. Look at this. His animation is of him holding the sheet, the bedcloth or whatever, in order to get the lift from the vent. But he doesn't have the cloth here, so he just raises his arms up like an idiot. I love it. It's hilarious. I don't know if it's laziness or a joke. Probably laziness. Anyway, careful here. On the slide we have a bunch of that awakening water. And if you slide poorly or you jump off things poorly, then it can definitely get in your way. And then not only does it kill your momentum, but, you know, it's awakening water. It makes the dudes go after you. Now, the first time I played this Silent Realm, there was one seed on here that I just did not realize was here, and then eventually I found it, but had trouble getting to it. So I went down the slide something like 10 times with all the dudes chasing me, and it was just a mad loop dash, and oh dear, that's bad. I know, I think it was just a funny story of like, oh my god, there's a seed on here, I don't know where, things are chasing me, I'm gonna find it. And eventually I did. Oh, that's bad. Probably would have been a better option to keep running and then, like, turn around and let the camera recenter to me. But that's for losers to play things safe. And you know that I'm not a loser or the type to play things safe or smart. Anyway, that little slide loop more or less taken care of. So, now all that's left is... That was dangerous. Don't drop into the lava, that would be bad. You don't have to restart the entire Silent Realm if you get lava'd, but you do respawn, and it's a bit of a pain, and it wastes time. If you're actually worried about time. Anyway, off to the last little branch of the realm. It's kind of neat. The realm is centered with 3 little branches that you can go to in whatever order you like. But if you don't go in my order, you're a big stupid head. Because mine's the best. And that's a neat combination of tricks right there. The searchlight dude combined with the skeleton skull. It looks like a spinal cord, honestly, the bridge that you have to run over. It's neat for forcing you to get the timing right, which I didn't do. Incidentally, the lava looks really, really cool here in the Silent Realm. I'm pretty sure it's like unchanged from the normal lava, but the contrast with the not so colorful blue makes it look really nice. Now here's a seed that could get on your nerves. If you're not very good at swinging around, that could waste a lot of time with you trying to grab it. But your best option is to come to a full stop and then start swinging in your new direction. Hello. And yeah, the rest of this is fairly easy, fairly straightforward. This one's up here, and if you've been grabbing those beacon seeds or whatever they're called, things will definitely be pretty easy because there's not a whole lot of like vertical view obstruction in this area, so it's pretty easy to tell where things are. Anyway, tightrope, the revenge. Again, it's good that the lava doesn't actually, like, kill you or make you restart entirely, otherwise this would be really mean. But you don't want to fall off here. That is a huge waste of time. And that is the last tier, so we can head back. Just mosey on over. Anyway, taking the tightrope is for squares, so I'm just gonna hop on down here. If you're a little off in your angle, you might fall into the lava, but I think you're intended to drop off that way. And now it's just a leisurely mosey on over back to the start. That is kind of an issue with this layout, this having branches. It's really more of an out and back rather than a loop. At least this one is. If you, I don't know, if you were an idiot and did this one first and then saved the slide for last, I guess it would be more of a loop. But then you would have to navigate this area with a countdown timer, and that would be not so fun. And it's not too big of a walk. And along the horizon, yes sir, we have the end of the Silent Realm. And that's a Silent Realm for all 3 regions. Good stuff. And here we got the Fire Shield Earrings. These allow us to go into superheated areas without catching on fire. Thank you for telling me what I just learned, Fee. Okay, alright. Okay, so the Fire Shield Earrings. They're basically like the Goron tunic, the red tunic from Ocarina of Time, except it doesn't actually give you a red tunic and barely visible, and it's a lot less cool. And I don't know, this is the kind of game design that is such a staple of the industry, and I feel bad about complaining about it, but it still kind of bugs me. It's, you need this certain item to access this certain area, but you only get this certain item at a certain point in the plot, rather than allowing you to do like a side quest to find it early, or having you do some sort of trial to grab it. It's just a way of... Oh yeah, and this is here, by the way. Missed it a long time ago, getting it now. It's just a way of railroading the player and making sure they do everything in the right order. And, I mean, it makes total sense. It's a good way of integrating the environment with the gameplay, 'cause, you know, it's hot. Of course you can't go in there without some sort of protection. It makes sense. And it's not like a giant red door that says you need earrings to get through here. And I don't know, it's something that bugs me. But anyway, as you can see here, the superheated area is now protected by these earrings somehow. I don't really know, but whatever. Let's head on in. So this first little visit to the crater is honestly kind of an introduction so that you get a feel for the environment of it, because we will be doing much more interesting things there in just one episode. So get a feel for it now, and trial by fire, pun intended, comes in the next episode. One thing that might have been interesting to make the fire shield earrings a little more fun is if it, like, decreased or increased or whatever the time limit for how long you'd be heated, so there's still some rush and like difficulty and panic in going around here. And then I probably would have accepted the explanation that it blocks things a little better, because like it's not a cure-all problem, and it'd feel less like a key and more like a help. But whatever, that's just me being silly. There's a goddess cube over here, and I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be able to get it at this point. But because I am playing in hero mode and I have the fully upgraded Skyward Strike, it has the distance to get all the way over there and activate the goddess cube. If you're playing the game normally, I believe you'd have to wait for a later plot event that would allow you to get that. Anyway, that's all of interest over there for now. That's the shells, old things. And you can tell there'll be something interesting here. We wouldn't have torches otherwise. There's an exit over there, but that's not what we're going for yet. That'll be relevant in the next episode, and speaking of which, I will see you guys next time.